Hello everybody, it is Michael from Hallowed Thrills back with another video, and today we are covering our news bulletin breakdown for the month of July. That is absolutely right, we are finally into the month of August, which means that we have officially 1 month until HHN rolls around and officially opens, which I could not be happier for. But before we do all of that, we have to break down our news from July, including all of the big news that happened. We have stuff that we're going to cover from Orlando and Tampa Howl as far as announcements went that happened last month. We also have some more stuff about the 50th anniversary for Disney that was announced last month. And finally, we do have some stuff regarding my local theme parks. We have some haunt announcements for Six Flags Great Adventure, as well as my local Cedar Fair park being Dorney Park. Now, before we get into all of that, please make sure that you are subscribed and have the bell notification turned on to get notified whenever I post a video. And also, while you're at it, please go down in the description and follow both my Instagram and my Twitter, as I post most of my news that I get over there before I make a video on it here. So if you guys want to stay up to date as much as you possibly can, follow me over there to get notified about all that different type of stuff, and then come back over here to watch the videos. So we will start off July's news with a little bit of a smaller announcement. First off, Dorney Park, yes, my Cedar Fair local park, Dorney Park, has announced the return of their Halloween haunt, an event that has happened the past many years actually. But it has been a very long time since I have been there. And I did take a look back at past year's events to see if I had missed anything and what I had missed, to see how the event has developed since the last time I was there. And it does look like a very cool looking haunt and a very well put together haunt, which I was really surprised, as the last time I was there it wasn't really all that great. But they do have a decent amount of mazes that I have seen in the past. They have a very well rounded number. I think I saw like 6 or 7 that they do have in past years, but I'm really interested to see what they have coming this year, as they have nothing announced so far other than the fact that it's happening, and they do have dates for it so far. So the Halloween haunt over at Dorney Park is going to be taking place starting in September 18th through October 30th. So that is the dates for Dorney Park's Halloween haunt, and if you guys are interested, you can go over to their website and check it out. So piggybacking off of that, Six Flags Great Adventure also announced that their Fright Fest is going to be coming back, their haunt that they have been holding for the past many years. They have finally decided that they are bringing it back this year, after last year they had Hollow Fest, which was a great success. So they decided this year that they're going to mash together some of the best elements of both to make a really nice new Fright Fest this year. And the things that are going to be brought to the park this year are, they're going to have 6 elaborately decorated areas of the park that would be including scare zones and stuff like that, is going to be really elaborately decorated, so I'm excited to see that. They're also bringing over the trick-or-treat trail that they had for Halloween Fest. They're bringing it over for Fear Fest this year. And then they are going to also have all of the rides are going to be open to get those really cool nighttime rides. So I would be able to get that really awesome Jersey Devil coaster ride at night, as you can see like the fog rolling off of the lake. That'd be really cool to see. But on top of that, there will be 9 different haunted mazes available for an additional cost. And I'm interested to see if they're going to have anything new this year, or if it's going to be stuff from past years. I'm really interested to see, but that's a really big number of mazes for a really small local haunt. But this event starts on September 10th and goes through October 31st on weekends and select weekdays. And currently, for a limited time during day park operation, they do have a maze open for a preview for this year's Fright Fest. And that maze is Fears. I don't know much about this maze, but it is currently open from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. during normal day operation, for a fee of $6 for regular guests and $5 for the pass holders and the members. So I'd definitely be interested in going and checking that out, just to get a little bit of taste of Fright Fest before it actually opens up in this fall. And actually all of the, well, most of the proceeds from those ticket purchases for the preview do go to local New Jersey scholarship funds. So that's also a really cool thing that they're doing for this preview for Fright Fest. Now, there was another maze that was kind of like teased that it was going to be opening on July 31st as another preview. That one was supposed to be Big Top Terror 3D. I don't know much about this. There was a little like description on the sign that was put out for like a very short amount of time. But like I said, this had been all the stuff that was for it. They had a big entrance up for it. This has all been taken down and was replaced by Fears, which did open on July 31st, which was the planned opening date for Big Top Terror 3D. But I do expect that this maze will be coming back for the full event when it happens and when it opens on September 10th. And now we are on to some Disney news. Yes, we have some Disney 50th anniversary news again, as some more information about some new park additions have come rolling out over the past month. These include the Fab 50 tribute statues that are going to be going throughout all 4 parks. These are going to be miniature golden statues that are going to be of the most popular Disney/Pixar characters that have happened over the past 50 years of Walt Disney World. So we have a whole bunch of different characters that are going to be showing up throughout the park with these statues. And currently, out of the 50, we only have 15 that are confirmed as of right now of the characters that are going to be showing up. And we have a few photos of those to accompany the actual confirmation of them coming to the parks. So we have, on the current list, we have Mickey, Goofy, Timon and Pumbaa, Cogsworth, Lumiere, Daisy Duck, Winnie the Pooh, and Piglet together, Edna Mode, Dante from Coco, Joe Gardner from Soul, the Cheshire Cat, Minnie Mouse, Donald Duck, Chip and Dale, and finally, last but not least, Pluto. Those are all 15 that we have so far. Some of those are like they'll be together on their statues. Like, so Timon and Pumbaa will be together on one statue, and Pooh and Piglet will be together on one statue as well. But I honestly cannot wait to see what they release next as far as the rest of the Fab 50. Personally, I hope to see that the Hitchhiking Ghost will make an appearance, as well as my personal favorite, little man right behind me, Orange Bird. I hope he does make an appearance as one of the Fab 50. I would really like to see that. But now we are on to our biggest news of today's episode, as we have had a ton of announcements from Howl-O-Scream in both Tampa and Orlando. So I will try to break down all of these announcements and give a little bit of detail about each and try to keep this moving as quickly as I possibly can. So we're going to start out with Tampa, as we had 3 different house announcements for Tampa's Howl-O-Scream. Our first, which was The Forgotten, which is a swarm of vampires from long ago surfaces from the depths of an abandoned quarry to seek revenge on the human race. This one looks really cool. I'm super excited to see how this one plays out. Love some vampires. Vamp 85 over in Universal for their Halloween Horror Nights was a super cool concept. And this kind of looks like a more of a Nosferatu vampire, so I'm really interested to see how that's going to turn out. Our next one is Cell Block Zombies, where from beyond the grave, death row zombies seek their own form of justice. Pretty self-explanatory. It's going to be prison zombies. Not as excited about this one as I am excited about The Forgotten, but it's still cool. Zombies, personally for me, are a little bit overdone. But our last announcement for Tampa's Howl-O-Scream is Deathwater Bayou Blood Moon. Now, this is based on a classic Howl-O-Scream house, Deathwater Bayou, which has happened many times throughout the incarnations of the event, but this one has a really nice chilling werewolf twist to it. And personally, when I went to the event last year and saw Lycan Landing, which was a really awesome werewolf zone that they had, I was super excited and hoping that they would bring some sort of werewolf house to the event the next year. And it turns out that they're going to be combining the Lycan Landing concept with Deathwater Bayou to make a really cool house. So I'm super excited, and out of the 3 houses, which all of them sound amazing, Deathwater Bayou Blood Moon is probably my most hyped at this point. But now we're on to what was announced for Orlando. We have 2 houses that were announced, first being Dead Vines, where you're taking an evening stroll through a very dark forest whose hidden secrets come to life and ravenous plants seal your doom. There isn't much detail as regarding how this house is going to turn out. Personally, I think it's going to be very similar to Seeds of Extinction that we had at HHN a couple years ago, as the whole concept of this seems very similar. But I'd like to see how they do it differently and how it plays out in their own way. And the next one that we have is Beneath the Ice. An Arctic base camp has been snowed under, and as you are searching for survivors, you quickly find out why there are none. Now this one seems very ominous. The whole trailer for it seemed really cool. They had these like weird, like non-human-esque looking like walkers. They looked really interesting and pretty terrifying if you ask me. So I'm interested to see how this one turns out. But now we also did get, with these house announcements, 2 different Scarezone announcements. The first being Witchcraft Bayou, which is like a voodoo witchcraft cult has taken control over the backwater bayou, and you have stumbled into a very, very uncharted territory, as the witch is going to try to cast a spell on you and put you under her control. Can you escape before that happens? Really interested on this concept. I'm a big fan of the whole voodoo and witchcraft thing, so I'm really interested to see how this is going to play out and the different thematic elements that they can add to this zone. The next zone that we also have is Frozen Terror, which is very, very similar to the Beneath the Ice house concept, so I'm interested to see how this is going to be different than the house as far as a scare zone goes. But it's just the only description that it gives is a form of subhuman walkers stalk your every move. And then it also says about the whole snowed in Arctic Circle like lab. So I'm interested to see what makes it different than the house, but I guess we'll have to see when the event comes around. And also, we were given 2 themed bars that were announced with everything else as well. So they announced a whole bunch of stuff for this year's event for Orlando, a whole bunch of brand new stuff that are coming this year for this brand new event. The first of the 2 bars is Tormented, which is an Arctic theme bar, and the other is Poison Grotto, which is like a witchcraft theme bar. Now personally for bars, I mean, I like a good themed bar. Between the 2, the witchcraft bar is definitely one that's going to interest me a little bit more, but everything about this event is really interesting to me, as all their concepts are brand new concepts that we've never seen before for a Howl-O-Scream event. Now, the thing that's grabbing my attention the most out of all the things that Orlando has announced for their Howl-O-Scream is Beneath the Ice. Beneath the Ice is definitely my one that I'm looking out for the most, as I'm a big fan of the Thing movie, John Carpenter's The Thing. Super, just love the whole like Arctic stranded concept and the whole monsters in the tundra type concept. So I'm really interested to see how that's turning out, because the whole Arctic theme is just super cool, no pun intended. But that wraps up all the important news from the month of July. If you did enjoy, please make sure that you drop a like, and also go down in the comments below and comment if I missed any big news that happened last month that you would like people to know about, so they don't miss out on anything that I missed out on. But as always, I'm Michael, this has been Howl Thrills, and I'll see you guys next time.